Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shah, Call Halal, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the brothers across the four wind, pushing this truth. Uh, to the hopeful elect. I'm your brother, Yakar Abin from Great Millstone, Houston. I want to start off this lesson here in First Maccabees, chapter 1. In those days, just First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise in Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. So these Israelites that made a covenant with the heathen, what would the other Israelites call them? This is a part of the Greek captivity. What would the other Israelites call these people? Would they call them fellow citizens? Or is it explained here in Ephesians 2 and 11? Wherefore remember, this is Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who were called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at that time you were without Mashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without Yahweh in the world. But now in Mashiach Yahushua, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of Mashiach. For he is our peace, who have made both one, and have broken down the middle wall of partition between us, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinance, or to make in himself twain one new man, so making peace, and that he might reconcile both unto Yahweh in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereof, and came and preached to you which were afar off, and to them that were nigh. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and with the household of God. See, this right here is not talking about actual Gentiles. It's talking about Israelite foreigners that had gone off in previous captivities. Let's look up this word, Gentiles. Ethnos. A company, a swarm, multitude of individuals, the same nature of genios. Ethnos. So this goes off right here. It says a tribe, especially a foreign, non-Jewish, Gentile, heathen nation people. See, that's a false definition. That's a misrepresentation of that word, because those Gentiles were the ones that had gone off in previous generations. I mean, let's kind of break this down a little bit. It says, it says, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances. Okay, so what is this word right here? Ordinances, dogma, doctrine, decree, ordinance. So these Israelite foreigners were cast off because they weren't keeping the laws. Okay, let's just do a little quick search. Cut off from his people. Okay, here we go. Let's start out. Okay, this is Genesis 17 and 14. An uncircumcised man whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He have broken my covenant. So that is so any male that wasn't circumcised, he was cut off from his people. Let's see what this right here shall be cut off. It says to cut off, cut down, cut off a body part, cut out, eliminate, kill, cut a covenant. So karath. So that right there means that to the to the Israelites that are of the circumcision, any man that came, how many? It says 23, shows up 23 times. Any man that commits any of these offenses is cut off from his people, and therefore he would be called a Gentile. Okay, let's see. Let's pick one. And what's Leviticus 17 and 10? And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. So if you ate something that had blood in it, then you were considered cut off, no longer part of the covenant. That covenant was cut off from you. And there are several ordinances that basically, if you do these things, you're cut off from your people. Okay, here goes. Let's try the Numbers 15 and 30. But that soul that doeth out presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Yahweh, that soul shall be cut off. Let's go to it and see exactly what it's talking about. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. But the soul that doeth out presumptuously, let's say, Yad, preemptive word at hand, strength, portion. But that soul that doeth out presumptuously, whether he be born in a land or a stranger, the same reproach the Most High, that soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he have despised the word of the Lord and have broken his commandment. That soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him. So this Gentile are those people that were cut off, and they were made nigh by Mashiach. It's just been a quick lesson. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Rakatah Yahweh, Rakatah Yahweh Shah, Rakatah Yahweh, Rakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.